delineating and we advocate for everybody to hold their own nuts. You understand? And let me tell you what the real problem is with tethers like that girl and others who have all of this weird hate for me. Let me tell you what they're really, really mad at. Let me tell you what really pisses them off and why they stay mad at me. They really stay mad at me because, see, I made it so, or I helped make it so, and help influence the fact that these folks are not allowed to dump trash on us no more. I was one of the people that made it so these foreigners, they have to hold on to their own negativity. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? See, they like to dip in and out of delineation when it's convenient for them. And all of the negative attributes of their society, it gets dumped on us for years. They sit up here and when they become doctors and lawyers, they're Nigerian, oh, they're Ghanaian. But when they do crimes, oh, it's black. We would have to absorb the brunt of all of their negative garbage. Anything they do negative, we had to absorb that. Now that I'm all about, wait a minute, we're going to keep the same energy all across the board. If somebody's robbing a store and he has a damn West African name, I'm going to point that out. You're going to be the same way you celebrated and was loud and proud about you getting a PhD and how Nigerian you were. When you robbed that liquor store, you're going to be the same Nigerian. Oh, I damn sure was on that, and I am on that. You're going to keep that delineation. No, y'all not going to do no pick and choose delineation. You only delineate when it's positive. That's why the tether class can't stand me, because now every negative thing you do, we point it out. That ain't us. You don't get to dump that shit on us no more. When you see a lot of weird stuff happening on the news, especially out here in New York, and they got some melanated person with a little nappy head robbing people and stabbing folks. Oh, no. Don't talk about, well, black crime, nothing. What's his last name? Hernandez? Okay, that's some damn Honduran tether. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Oh, you divisive, nigga. Yeah, you damn right I'm divisive. You ain't gonna put your criminal class on us. We gotta take on your garbage and your dirt while you claim all of your victories and wins as a nationality. The minute you do something constructive or positive, boy, you make sure not to claim black. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that all. So yeah, that's why they can't stand me. So when you see these nursing scams, and old girl, the guy who called up, old girl was probably some kind of nurse, and we point out all of them damn nursing scams, you don't get to dump it on black folks. No, them nursing scams are non-FBAs. Those are Nigerian, Ghanaian, yeah, you gonna own up to all your shit. You ain't gonna dump it on us no more. No, that's why they don't like my ass. Because now you got to own the stigma of your own culture. You're not dumping it on us. You got to own your own stigma. All the stereotypes, you got to own that. Oh, I hate that nigga Tariki is a grifter. I have to be responsible for my criminal class. Yeah, you're going to be responsible. Yeah, grift that. Yeah, I don't give a shit about you projecting. Yeah, don't, man, when people start talking that grip, that's bad faith argument. That's a smoke screen. Bad faith argument. When people make bad faith arguments, they're trying to hide what they're really mad at. They're just mad because now you got to hold your own negativity. You got to hold your own stereotypes. And we ain't going to absorb it for you. We ain't gonna be no big black coalition so that we can absorb your criminal class. Damn that. That's why anytime they commit crimes, and we point it out, but they be getting all mad. Notice that. Anytime they commit crimes, we're like, wait. Right? Look at this nigga's forehead. Hold on. Then they hop in the comments. What is it? This is divisive, nigga. Why are you so divisive? If the police pull me over, he is not going to ask if you are FBA or if I am a Nigerian. Shut up. Shut the hell up. Everybody's going to hold their own nuts. We ain't taking on your garbage. All right? That's the new norm. That is the new norm. So yeah, they're going to hate me. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not in this thing to be liked by everybody at all. Yeah, we're going to get some straightening.
Tonight, root work tonight, root work tonight, root work tonight. I'll be feeling so right. I got that root work tonight. Feeling fresh from the morning light. Root work hit me, I'm set for the night. Look good, smell right. Yeah, I'm that type. I gotta let the world know I got that root work tonight. Root work tonight. Yeah, root work tonight. I'll be feeling so right. I got that root work tonight.
Just be careful in this trap.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back to fight against George Kambosos. Not even close. George Kambosos, he's just simply not the same guy since he lost to Devin Haney and then got stopped in the 11th round or the 9th round by Garcia. Kambosos is just simply not the same guy he once was. And the punch resistance is not there, right? His reflexes are still there. His toughness is still there. His ring IQ is still there. His punch resistance is the thing that's gone. And tonight, Richardson Hitchens, he just capitalized on that. And that body work he put on, that jab he put on George Kambosos tonight, George Kambosos just simply could not deal with it. He couldn't resist. He folded. With that said, after the fight, Richardson Hitchens, Teofimo Lopez was in the building, former unified lightweight world champion, and the reigning WBO junior welterweight world champion, with a record of 22 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 13 wins by way of knockout. They're both from Brooklyn. And tonight, he got in the ring with Teofimo Lopez, got in the ring with Richardson Hitchens. They've been joined back and forth, going at it back and forth. He got in the ring with him, and the first thing Richardson Hitchens did was call out Devin Haney and Bill Haney. Oddly enough, he
Long before the walls closed in on P. Diddy, another pop music megastar was charged with racketeering, sex trafficking, among other things. And he was convicted 2 times. R. Kelly has spent the last 3 years, almost to the day, in a medium security federal prison in Butner, North Carolina. His 2022 trial in Brooklyn ended with a sentence of 30 years. His 2023 trial in Chicago got him 20 years as well. And they're supposed to run mostly at the same time. But now R. Kelly wants out. And he says his life depends on it. He says that every minute he spends locked up at Butner, he is in danger. And why? The way his lawyers tell it, prison officials want R. Kelly dead. You heard me. The government, they say, has put a target on the singer in prison. And what's more, Kelly's lawyers say the Bureau of Prisons conspired with one of his fellow inmates, a member of the Aryan Brotherhood, to murder him. I'm joined now by Bo Brindley, attorney for R. Kelly. Mr. Brindley, I'm so glad to have you on the show. Thanks so much for being a guest. I mean, what I just read, what I just said, it just all sounds very fantastical. Do you have proof?
Well, the answer is we do have proof, and we appreciate the opportunity to be able to come on and talk about it. In terms of proof, the most powerful piece of proof I can provide is the sworn statement of the man who says that he was solicited to kill R. Kelly. Michael Glenn Stein has provided us with a full declaration signed, and he's
Damn, motherfuckers so broke, they snitching on the feds.
A polygraph examination administered by either side to testify in court. He has given us the details of who solicited him and when. And I think that's the key here. These are not R. Kelly's allegations. These are the allegations being made by Michael Glenn Stein, who's the person who says that he was solicited to kill Robert and sent to Butner to do it from another facility. And we took significant time. Well, I don't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. I'm trying to put a lot of the pieces of the puzzle together as you're answering. And I'm just confused. If this inmate allegedly said that the Bureau of Prisons sought him out to murder a fellow inmate, why?
Well, that's an excellent question, and the answer to that is also pretty clear. Mr. Stein, in his declaration, has set forth the reason that was given. The reason is that Mr. Kelly was about to expose some facts that would be extremely inflammatory and damaging to the Bureau of Prisons and the Department of Justice. And because of that, the Bureau of Prisons instructed Michael Glenn Stein to go to Butner and execute R. Kelly. And Mr. Stein made clear and gave us extraordinary detail when we spoke to Mr. Stein. We didn't use this until we actually went down and met with Mr. Stein for hours. And he told us in extraordinary detail that this is not the first instance, that this happens all the time, that the Aryan Brotherhood has been directed to commit murders and beatings at the behest of prison officials for years. People have been killed who pose problems for officers, for lawsuits, and it happens. According to Mr. Stein, not only will he tell you that it happens, he will explain, when given the opportunity in great detail, all of these murders in which he has participated, which he has directed other Aryan Brotherhood people to do. This being the one, the most recent.
Can I ask you to just...
All right, so you just moved to a new state. Your new monthly total is $180. I'm going to lower my rate really fast. Watch this. Hi, are you...
This being the one, the most
Can I
recent.
ask you to just... Yeah, like murder's a big deal, right? I think we can all agree on that. And putting a target on someone's head, it's kind of a last resort. What kind of information are we talking about that allegedly R. Kelly is in possession of that would be unflattering to the government at a level that would, suggest that a hit was put on his head?
Well, let me say it this way. It's not allegedly having evidence. We do have evidence, and one piece of evidence we've already presented in the form of a signed declaration from Keyshawn Mogadamudi, Robert's former cellmate. And what he describes is having been solicited by prosecutors who are offering him a reduced sentence in exchange for stealing Mr. Kelly's privileged attorney-client correspondence, funneling it through an identified Bureau of Prisons officer, a corrupt officer, and then that was provided to the U.S. Attorney's Office. This man has made a statement, and both he and Mr. Stein are making statements that are absolutely not in their own personal interest, and yet they've done it anyway. And so we do have that evidence, and what that evidence means is we're talking about prosecutors and Bureau of Prison guards, not just guards, but officials, people that are officers. We're talking about these people committing crimes. The theft of Mr. Kelly's mail was a crime, and it was a violation of his constitutional rights. On top of that, there's another prison guard against which a lawsuit is pending, Tawana Ingram, who also stole other attorney-client correspondence.
Let me jump in here, because I've been around the block as you have as well. And if I had a dime for the number of inmates who lied under oath on the stand, you name it, I'd be on a yacht in the Med. However, suggesting that the government thinks that this alleged behavior of a cellmate of R. Kelly's is so egregious that the only remedy is to solicit murder sounds a bit crazy. Again, given it would be their word against an inmate. So you see where I'm coming from, right? That's why it sounds fantastical. And I guess the other question to add to that is that if the threat is over, meaning the man allegedly solicited to kill R. Kelly has come clean and said, I won't do it, I'm going to sing like a canary instead. Where's the threat?
The threat is the other members of the Aryan Brotherhood, another one of which has been identified, who has been asked to carry out what Mike Stein has been unwilling to do. That's what you have to understand. What we're talking about here is government officials who committed crimes, and people in the Bureau of Prisons that committed crimes. Crimes that the current administration, the current Department of Justice will have no sympathy for, I guarantee. And those people have benefited in going after R. Kelly and making their names and getting their publicity. And now the truth is they did it through constitutional violations. They did it through crimes.
Kelly.
That Tawana Ingram, the Bureau of Prisons officer that stole his correspondence, there was a search warrant, they proved it, and they said they were going to investigate the U.S. Attorney's Office. You know what happened to her? She got her full pension. She walked away, retired, and was not charged. And she did it as an officer.
Well, let me ask
there
you
was
this.
not corruption behind that. I don't understand how that could be.
Right, an inmate doesn't have a pension. So what would possibly be the incentive for an inmate to commit a murder in prison at the behest of the government? Like, what benefit? What do they get?
It depends on the circumstances. What Mr. Stein says is oftentimes what they get is the ability to traffic narcotics freely throughout the facility. What they get is the ability not to be searched. But in this instance, what Mr. Stein has clearly said he gets is the opportunity to be free. I mean, they have said to Mr. Stein, according to him, they have said that if he is to do this, he is a terminal cancer patient, he's going to die in the near future. That's a fact. And they have said that he will be transferred and he'll get the opportunity to walk away. And Michael Glenn Stein has a history of escaping from the Bureau of Prisons. He escaped previously. That's why he spent so long at the ADX Supermax in Florence. And all of a sudden, he was moved to this relatively low security facility at Butner and put near R. Kelly. That's a fact. And the other fact is, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say I'm out of time in this segment. However, I would like to keep the conversation going with you. I know you have other, options. You're suggesting that maybe even Donald Trump might consider pardoning R. Kelly, though I'm not sure what's in it for Donald Trump. Could you keep me apprised on your efforts to get him, ankle bracelet released and home detention, and your efforts in seeking a federal pardon? Can you keep us apprised on that?
Absolutely. We're going to seek every opportunity to, one, make sure that Robert Kelly doesn't get killed, and number two, to see that he is freed based on what we believe to be and will prove to be a corrupt prosecution, the kind of which President Trump has promised to eradicate. And I believe he's the only person. Two corrupt prosecutions? What?
Two corrupt prosecutions, or were two separate ones? There were two separate ones.
Yes, but the evidence being
So
provided
they were both corrupt?
Absolutely. Both of them received.
Okay, keep me posted. I gotta go,
Yes,
but
absolutely.
Bo Brindley, I really appreciate. Sorry, we have some crosstalk, but I really appreciate this. Keep me posted, and we'll follow the story. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much.
Bella Legendre. Legendary. Going with Legendary. Okay, going in, fam. What's up, Craig? Going in. Absolutely horrible news, fam. Horrible news. It was just horrible Horrible. In the words of Charles Barkley, it was horrible. So Trump, he had his 79th birthday celebration in conjunction with the 250th anniversary of the United States Army. And oh man, it was horrible, fam. It was hard to watch. In fact, it was so hard to watch, millions of people didn't watch it. There were more military personnel there than actually citizens. It was horrible, fam. And the big thing is, like, why didn't you guys show up? Why didn't you show up?
Can't
Now,
afford
y'all have
to.
to be in the history books for this. You know, you didn't go out there and support your president. Donald Trump, your president. You didn't go out there and support him. You want to show up for everything but the important stuff. You show up for everybody else, but you won't show up for your president. And this is not cool, fam. You know, we got to do better. We got to do better. You got all of these empty seats and stuff out there. And I got a note from Trump. You know, there's a message he dropped a message. I'm the only one got it. I got the message. I'm gonna read it to you in a minute. But he sent me the message in secret. I got the message. You know, so he responded to your lack of support. And he was hot. I mean, he was hot. I'm gonna let y'all listen to it in a few minutes. I'll read it to you in a few minutes, but I'm just letting y'all know that that was not cool for y'all not to show up for Donald Trump, especially when you think about it, how much he appreciates the crowds. For all he's done for you and your family to make you feel safe and included, you know? It don't make no sense, man. Don't make no sense. Before I go any further, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, including the ones who are trying to improve, trying to get it right, you know. Because oftentimes, you know, we just be like trying to be dismissive of the fathers who might be going through a rough patch and all of that stuff, and we, you know, just we only saying Happy Father's Day to the good fathers, the great fathers. No, man. There ain't no manuscript to fatherhood. Just like it ain't no manuscript for motherhood. There ain't no manuscript. And every single one of us, we draw up our own blueprint. You draw up your own blueprint. What works for one may not work for the other. But the only thing that really works for all is love. Like unconditional love for your children. You know what I'm saying? People go through rough patches. You know, everybody ain't always got it. That's the problem. Like a lot of times with this society, especially, we equate having material things and money, a father giving material things and money, so closely to being a good father that we don't take into account that sometimes, you know, daddy just ain't gonna have it. Sometimes daddy gonna go through a rough patch. Sometimes, you know, daddy gonna make the wrong decision. And we gotta, I think that in this country, like, we gotta do a better job in giving fathers grace. I ain't talking about just the no good, low down, dirty, ain't trying breeders. I ain't talking about them, they can go to hell. I'm talking about the ones who trying. So I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna get off my soapbox on that. But happy Father's Day to all, right? Moving on. What y'all did to Donald Trump on yesterday by not showing up to that parade was absolutely horrible. No president should have to endure something like that. No president. I'm gonna read this letter to y'all This letter, I almost shed a tear, but gangsters don't cry. I almost shed a tear. I almost shed a tear. It's bad, man. Bad. But I'm gonna go ahead on and read this letter that he wrote. He sent this to me directly. He sent the letter to me. He told me that if I wanted to share it with you guys, I should, because he was too broken up to go live to do a press conference or any of that stuff. The man is in the bathroom with the door locked. And I don't know what he and I doing, but I know that, they were saying something about they took a box of KFC chicken, a bucket of KFC chicken in there with him. And he had some Cheetos, like a extra large bag of Cheetos from Sam's. And they had said something about he had some McDonald's, 5 McDonald's Happy Meals. That's not right. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, that's not right. It's not right. So anyway, fam, let me read this.
Honestly, no one wants to think about HIV, but there are things that everyone can do to help prevent it.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, His Excellency, Turkey Al-Sheikh, informed Mike Coppinger of Ring Magazine that they were going to change the date and the location, possibly, of the mega showdown in September between 2 first ballot Hall of Famers once they retire, 2 pound-for-pound fighters, 2 highly decorated fighters, in 4-division world champion.
Oh, God.
William Skull Canelo Alvarez fight. He announced that September 12th, Las Vegas, Nevada, Allegiant Stadium, the fight was going to take place. And yesterday, he told Mike Coppinger, according to Mike Coppinger, that the fight could take place now, September 13th. That was the initial date. The initial date it was supposed to take place was September 13th, the Saturday, at Allegiant Stadium. But he told them that they were going to change the date from the 12th to the 13th, which was, when he announced the 12th, I'm like, that's the Friday. It was supposed to be the 13th, the Saturday. But one day, to each his own, right? And he changed the date, and that the location could possibly change too, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas to possibly New York, LA, or Vegas, somewhere else in Vegas, right? And it's going to be on Riyadh season on pay-per-view. And everybody got their panties in a bunch, right? And everybody started to say Turkey Al-Sheikh don't have the funds, Turkey Al-Sheikh don't know about boxing, Turkey Al-Sheikh is switching things last second, there's so much going on, right? I thought it was supposed to take place on Netflix. I thought it was supposed to be free. He never said it was free. I never heard Turkey Al-Sheikh report that this fight was going to be on free TV. I never heard that, right? But nonetheless, now the reports come out, and these companies are highly expecting. Netflix is expecting the fight to take place on Netflix, and Allegiant Stadium representatives are saying that they expect the fight to take place at the arena. And other spokespersons said that they expect the fight to take place still on September 12th, that nothing's changed. So they're expecting it to still take place September 12th at Allegiant Stadium on Netflix. Okay? So, again, I believe that this was a situation where Turki Al-Sheikh may not have liked, some things, and he's trying to create leverage, and he's threatened to pull out. Period. That's what I believe it boils down to. I believe that he just simply, something happened behind the scenes, and he didn't like what was happening, and he threatened to pull out of the date and that particular arena. But they are now saying, Netflix is saying that they expect it to still be on Netflix. So a spokesperson for Netflix has said that they fully expect it to still be on Netflix, barring something drastic happening. So that means that he has something in place with Netflix. And Allegiant Stadium, the Davises, they expect it to take place at their arena, the Las Vegas Raiders Stadium. So we got to see how it unfolds. But as I told people, right, I said this in the video I did, that it seems like Turkey is trying to create leverage. It's not about him not having the money, him not knowing what he's doing. There's something else boiling, and he's trying to create leverage, or he's not happy with something, and that's him addressing it, period. So you had people saying that nobody wanted to see this fight. The fight was trash. It's a circus. The weight difference. This just lets you know that people don't know nothing about boxing. People know nothing about boxing. It's the Wild Wild West. You can just get up off your couch and claim to be a longtime fan of the sport of boxing. No history required. No experience required. Right? People talking about nobody wants to see this fight. It's a circus. What do you mean nobody wants to see this fight? It's a circus. 2 first ballot Hall of Famers, and they're still in their prime. You got Oscar De La Hoya out here trying to deter people from supporting the fight, talking about Terrence Crawford is old, Terrence Crawford is got exposed by Israel Madrimov, and he's inactive. You got him talking about Canelo Alvarez is 35 and been exposed. How is this the biggest fight in boxing? Just nasty work. Oscar talking about weight classes. Oscar went up in weight classes. Bernard Hopkins saying it. Bernard Hopkins went up 15 pounds. He went from 160 after losing to Jermaine Taylor twice to 175 to fight Antonio Tarver. But he telling you it's a weight difference. It's too much of a weight difference. But then people are saying, well, Tarver fought at lower weight class. Canelo fought at 147. Tarver fought at 154 and 160. Yeah, Canelo fought at 147 too. So what's the difference? I told y'all, Tommy Hearns jumped from 154 to 175. I did a whole breakdown video with the late, great, legendary Emmanuel Stewart, breaking it down. Tommy the Hitman Hearns jumped from 154 to 175. That's 21 pounds. Was it a circus? And he didn't even fight a Hall of Fame legend icon, first ballot Hall of Famer like Canelo is. So what are we talking about?
See this property on Craigslist for $4,300 a month? Well, it's been sitting empty for the last 28 days.
Do your homework. Oh, the weight is too much. Why? You don't even know the history of the sport of boxing when you're talking about the weight is too much. It's just nasty work, man. People talk about boxing, don't know nothing about boxing, and just jump up and just jump in the sport because it's the Wild Wild West and the sport allows it. Allows people to just jump in the sport and talk about something they know nothing about, don't know the history of it, but run around talking about it's too much of a weight jump, talking about it's a circus. And then you got people like Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins who's salty for whatever reason, telling you that, yeah, it's a circus and they passed their prime. No, they not. Canelo Alvarez himself jumped from 160 to 175 to fight. After he beat Danny Jacobs, he went to 175 to fight Sergey Kovalev. That's 15 pounds. Was it a circus? What? Nobody to see, was it a clown show? No, it wasn't. You know why? Because it was just Canelo Alvarez daring to be great. See, when other races do it, it's just daring to be great. When we do it, because our talent is so superior that it's not daring to be great, it gets not because, oh, nobody wants to see that. Because you know the likelihood of them actually accomplishing it is very strong. Because the talent is so great. That's why. When Roy Jones jumped from light heavyweight to heavyweight and beat John Ruiz, he got a lot of credit for it, but he also got a lot of slack. Well, John Ruiz wasn't the best heavyweight. He ain't Mike Tyson. He ain't Lennox Lewis. He ain't Holyfield. Our talent is so superior that it just gets overlooked. It's expected. So I didn't hear one person saying Terrence Crawford daring to be great. Show me one legend that said, hey, this is just Terrence Crawford daring to be great. When Canelo had beat and knocked out Sergey Kovalev, became the WBO light heavyweight champion, went to 168, became undisputed, then went back to 75. After about 4 fights, after he beat Sergey Kovalev, he beat Caleb Smith, he beat Anthony Odirum, he beat Billy Joe Saunders, he beat Caleb Plant. He had about 4 or 5 fights. Then he goes back to 75 and fights Dmitry Bivol, who's smaller than Sergey Kovalev, loses, gets dominated, outclassed, outboxed. And they said, well, that was just him just daring to be great. That was Canelo just daring to be great. As if he wasn't a champion in that division already. Now he was just daring to be great. When he tried it the first time, and if he lost the first time, and that would be him daring to be great. But he already accomplished it. How could it be him daring to be great against a smaller guy? Make it make sense. But these are the things that they'll tell you. So show me one person that said, man, Terrence Crawford just daring to be great. No. They come up with these narratives. Yeah, well, you see Terrence Crawford just doing it for a paycheck. He just trying to get paid. He just trying to cash out. Payday, he want payday, right? It's not a real fight. He ain't doing it for legacy. If he was doing it for legacy, he'd fight Jerron Ennis. He'll be undisputed at 154. It's just nasty work. You know what that tells you? You know what they saying? Stay in your lane. Do what you're told. That's what that's code word for. Stay in your lane. You're doing too much. Right? It's nasty work, man. But that's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Bluebud Sports TV, all one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.
Chicken heads again.
I don't even know, man. Let me tell you what this rap mean to me, man. The trap goddamn see. Hold up in this shit, man. This is what I get, man. This is where it go, man. This is my flow, man. Listen to me, trap god. This is where I gotta go. You're making anything you think you can rob me of the thing. Hold on. This trap god, man. Kod Testimonies. I'm back at it again with spits and bars. Y'all don't mind, do y'all? Y'all don't care, do y'all? If I rap a little bit, huh? Street talk. Real walk. Let it go. Let it go. I'm gonna pull up on you, shorty, and show you what I'm working with. Let it go. Flowing with these bullets, dog. This is what I'm giving y'all. I'm out here getting it. Hell yeah, again. I'm out here to win. Bars. I don't even know. Oh, here we go again. Woo! Bob. And then here we go. Listen to my every word. Come on. Street talk, real walk. Here we go again, y'all. I hit in this game, y'all. Yeah, I'm just gonna speak about it. Been about this mother rap game. Oh, here we go again. Street talk, real walk. I got these bars. Oh, here we go. Gotta be a flow. Ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to order some food, man. Or I'm about to, I don't know, man. But yeah, you see in every conversation that you hear about African American foundational black people, we speak about our pain, how the injustices are, justice, no peace. An unsettling rest in our mind about how we are treated wrong. And other races of people don't even give a shit. They don't care. They're like, man, I can't feel your pain. Until some shit happens to them. And then they see it for themselves. So the Hispanics out here gotta work hard to separate the real from the truth. All these other people out here that are seeing war happen to their country. And America sitting back being selfish. And all those people who were supposed to show up at Trump's parade did not show up. Why they didn't show up? Because they're broke. They ain't got enough money to go sit down and watch a parade of a man who seemed like he wants to become a king, a god, a dictator. Shit, they leave their house, somebody might burn that bitch down. I dare you to go on a Trump parade. I dare you to. They smart to stay home. Now, he can fill arenas. He can do all the stuff he wants to. But they're not supporting that craziness. That would show all them bleachers and all them shit. It said it was more military people. You seen Willie G telling y'all there's more people who are the United States military, the Army, if you will, one branch, that put that thing together and that's there, then there are fans. That shows you they're not supporting that. It's the trap god. But we are all looking for some like fairness, and we're not going to get it. I've been walking so long, working with this shit, man. Sing my song everywhere you go, everywhere you look. Everybody better keep their head on swivel while I'm out here. It don't matter what I wear, it don't matter where I go, it don't really care. All you wanna do is just dog me and track me down. I'm the trap. It's my paranoia getting too much of me. Damn, I'm a maniac. Damn, I'm out here scared of me. Just me, myself, and I. There you go. I can't deny I see you just trying to trap me in this rap game. Hell no. Come on, let me on the stage, man. Always looking for it. Always trying to find a way to shine. I done lost my mind. You ever get something to eat? Power up my phones and shit, and I'll be back later. I'm in the trap for life.